This is Justin on Thursday, September 29th, 2022. I'm zoomed way out because I drew in this resistance zone and we got into it yesterday and then thought for some reason maybe we'd stay up here or bounce. And nope, we gapped down and just sold hard. Today mostly reminds me of this day back over here. Um, we just opened up with just some sharp selling. That's what happened real quick out the gate back on, is that Friday? Last Friday. Yep. And we did that. And then we really just bounced around in the same area that we've been just kind of stuck, putting in just this massive S curve. And then we'll see what happens if we just come back down. But all we've been doing through this whole zone, like between this line and this line, when we're between it, we've just kind of done these little S curve things like this. You know, that one's similar, right? Just kind of stretch this out for the whole day today. And that's pretty much what we did. I guess we did get another upturn, but and then this one rallied up there. So we've just been traversing this area, chopping around through it. Let's zoom in on just today and see. I was thinking maybe there's a fib range on this. It's gonna be a little hard to just zoom in on just where we're at today. So let me get this kind of bracketed a little better because we're just way low. So all right, we can get rid of some of that if we need to. So let me see if there's like a retracement because this was just a lot of selling. Oops. That's not this instead. Now I can draw there. There we go. Pretty close to 50%. It just depends on where you kind of mark this. If we call that the the range of the bearish move, then kind of 50% retracement, pretty close. What I did like here is that we had some nice reversal signals. So we've got, unfortunately, this was the first bear candle, I'm sorry, bull candle closing below the 10. And that was the second one. And then it's like, okay, don't go bearish way down here after that. Like, just know not to do that. So hopefully nobody went bearish that late. But then we got a really nice double bottom here with the hammer here. And I just wanted it to tag this so bad. Didn't do that. And then we put in a really nice even star reversal. But then we started to get this being a, let's see, there was this one, there's this one. Those are the first, first, second bear candle closing above the 10. This one was nice. Thought, okay, maybe we didn't tag this. Maybe there's a little bit of strength that's going to come in. And then I think we still hold, yeah, I think we were still holding the low, or we were around the same low from yesterday. I thought there was a chance we'd get up here and then roll back down. Nope, that didn't happen. But we did double top here, which was nice. And then again, we didn't make bull candles closing below the 10 till over here. And we made 5 of them that really didn't get going anywhere. This one closed above, but still the sentiment's there. It's like, okay, this is the bull strength. Like this was it. Like it was actually kind of funny because it was increasing range on these candles, but really couldn't get going. It kept coming back to around the same lows. And so then this, this was making lower highs. And then here's your bull candle again, same low. And then that got taken out and then it retraced and just these S curves back down. So there were some really good signals to say, okay, we're rolling over, go bearish. And then we took out this low. Let's see, it looks like on that candle, but then we double bottomed again and actually made like a triple bottom. Kind of doesn't really look like a head and shoulders. Looks like a double bottom that decided to come down and retest the bottom again. It like the range would have needed to be like this to be a triple bottom. Did have kind of this be a double bottom here with a little bit of a neckline retest, like that hammer there. And that was a bear candle closing above the 10. So then that immediately triggered. So just some chopping and close. Some good signals both directions here. And zoom out and look at the 3650 calls to see, yeah, they started really valuable, way up in the money, and then yeah, closed out of the money, but we chopped through that price, through that strike a bunch. You can see the double bottom showing up over here. The range of these candles were still too big. Couldn't really quite get it down to under $1 on any of these, so you would have needed to be probably 36.75 instead. Except maybe towards the end of the day. There's as this was doing this double bottom thing, actually this double bottom and then came back down again, looking for how can you play this, and you could have just done absolute zero, buy at $1 and just flip it out for a couple of R. This made a high of 440. But again, you would have had to know, okay, let me be in this already, because even this candle, let's see, no, you still could have bought that for $1. The high was $1, but you would have had to been in it or getting in on this candle and then basically flipping it out in the same candle, or doing the next couple of candles for a nice little gain. But then that was it. That was the only real move there with this strike. There were some other options you could have done to play that as well. But it's always, you got to know, like, okay, you got to see the candle move immediately. It did have the signal here with this nice hammer candle, so that is one to watch out for. And then on the put side, so even though it had this massive sell-off, the 3600 put was much slower to get going. Had a really nice hammer here, and then another hammer. Some really nice ranges on these candles, and it moved really well. And then you had, when this rested here, that's when you pulled back to the 10. Same thing, you have bear candles closing above the 10 on the option. So that kind of lines up with at least this bull candle closing below the 10 on the stock. So, or not stock, but you know what I mean. So this gave you some nice candles, some nice tighter ranges. This one was still more than $1. This was under $1. Then this one was sort of triggering with, range a little under $1. So it was possible to play this like buying at like 5. The low is 480 here, so I think it's possible to do 5 by 4 with this strike and play that down. But still, after this big move, it's like, okay, is it really gonna challenge the previous day's lows, or the lows from a couple days ago? I mean, and it did. Did keep going. So I think that's that's one thing that I have to notice when I'm looking at the range of these things. It's like it can always go further than I think. And it should rest a little bit. And it was really nice how it just rested a few candles here and then continued lower. That sentiment was so strong at the open. But then we did end up rolling down and making new lows. So we took out yesterday's bull candle today. So that's very concerning. We did the same thing here, but we didn't get a close below it here. Today we got a close below yesterday's bull candle. We did that. These, this bull candle, that bear close, this bull candle, this bear close. So that's kind of been the pattern. Maybe we should have expected, hey, bull candle, they're going to get trapped. We're going to sell down. That should have been what I was thinking yesterday. I was hoping for more of a bounce, and I think obviously that hope, we'll look for that next bull candle to come in and see if we can just trap more bulls and close below. But it's very concerning that we're closing here. We didn't even get back above the red line here. It's all red. So anyway, let me zoom back out on this. So if we were to open in the same area here, I mean, we're still forming this kind of a shape. I'm going to just put this the new line to this and just see what does this look like. If can these be connected? Nope. Okay, so it's a little higher. So we're still just making this triangular shape. That's really what I'm seeing here. It definitely has the potential to just break down tremendously. But we've got, this as the low, this as this is the high. So, if we can come down again, is there a chance we could get bought back up? Could we come all the way back up to this range in a single day? Maybe. These are getting further apart. So, just the way that this is drawn, it's like, okay, it was that much of a move, then that much, then this much. Like, it's just an expanding triangle. At some point, we're going to get outside of it. I don't know if that means down here, or I don't know if that means up here. But right now, just trade in the triangle and be ready to go the other direction if it doesn't hold a level. So that was kind of this attempt, like, okay, what could we break? I didn't have a line down here at the same angle, but drawing this in, it's like, okay, we held that. So maybe we come down to this purple line again and see, can we hold that? Can we bounce off of that? We obviously stayed within this range for the majority of the day today. I mean, except for the first 6 minutes of the candle, or of the 6 minutes of the day, that first candle, and then a little bit of the next one. We're outside of that range, but the rest of the day we're in this range. So which way could we go? Are we going to come back down, and could we push a little lower? Could we just keep going in this range? That's what I'll be looking for, just to see how we're going to move tomorrow. Tomorrow is the end of a week, the end of the month. It'll be really interesting to see, what is going to happen with the way the month is going to end, but then also what's going to happen come Monday, the way a new month, new week, all of that is going to start. So be looking at kind of the bigger picture a little bit, maybe speculating on some of those things, just talking through what we could see in the chart with the video tomorrow, and seeing how things start for next week. So hope this helps. This is Justin. Thanks.